Hey all, I can hear myself fine. Somebody want to chime in and let me know that you're getting audio from me. Awesome, love that thumbs up. It's a thumbs up kind of morning, excellent. People are flooding in. We'll give people a little bit more time. We've got some awesome stuff to talk about. We're going to do our absolute best to fit it all into half an hour. And if not, then we'll just hit it hard in season 4. Rather than waste any time, I'm going to do a little bit of a recap just while we wait for people, and then we'll start in 2 or 3 minutes. Antonitis, that's an adorable GIF. I appreciate you. Marina just dropped an Xmetric form. If anyone here is new, you can claim Xmetric, which unlocks various capabilities for you within MetricsDAO. You get a little bit for showing up on every community call, and it stacks up over time. So use the form. We'll drop you 10 Xmetric, and you can begin your path toward Xmetric Master. Just a little bit of logistics, as I promised before we get started. We are about to end season 3 at MetricsDAO, which is wild. I'll go through a little bit of how we think about seasons and what we did. Mostly we're going to be focused on the app today. App launch is happening today at the end of season 3. We'll run it for a couple weeks. There are bugs always when you launch software products, and decentralized software is no different. But it's launching. It's been a huge amount of work to get it out there. It's going to revolutionize the way we run analytics challenges, and ultimately, we hope, the way that people approach labor in Web3. So all that said, this is going to put the exclamation point on season 3. We will have a brief off season, and then season 4 starting early in April. And you can look forward this week and the next day or so to season 4 governance proposal, which you can all weigh in on and vote on. So that's where we're headed. I'll give folks one more minute, and then we'll get after it. Also, I did promise if we get to 50, and it looks like we're going to just absolutely demolish that number, that I would join the wave sweeping MetricsDAO and become not Sunslinger. I'm a man on my word. I will say we had someone attempt to impersonate Marina. We have reached the success point where we now have people who pretend to be your wonderful moderators, and presumably scam you. So on the one hand, it's a sign of flattery when you have enough going on that people try to pretend to be you. On the other hand, we don't want anyone to click on links or lose funds or anything like that. So we'll be posting some revised guidelines to talk about when we'll DM you, what that will contain, how to watch out for scammers and spammers and all the ammers, bad jammers, whatever. So just be aware of that. No, we are not singing anymore in season 3. Who knows what happens in season 4? Nicely done, Potmo. Yes, the double negative for the win. All right. With all that said, going to kick things off formally. Welcome, as I said, to the end of season 3 at MetricsDAO. I know people want to hear about the app, so I'll keep this part really short. I was looking through what we had done in season 3 and just looking since December at some of what we've achieved. We have increased the money flowing through by over 600% since December 2022. We have doubled the number of Xmetric holders out there. Mastery requires a little bit more. We have cut payment times since end of January by 50%, and we're just getting started. The app is going to make a lot of this even more possible. I just wanted to let people know we have been pushing incredibly hard on some of your feedback around payment, around reviews. A lot of what we've said has been, we'll wait for the app is going to change this. So I'll talk a tiny bit about how it's going to change it, then I'll talk about when, which is what everybody wants to hear, and then I'll kick it over to some of the other team members to talk about it from their perspective. Uh, Before I do that, let me make sure to spread the love around. I'm going to call a couple people up to the screen, invite them to speak to represent various pods. And if you want to raise your hand at any point, if you have questions, I'll do my best to stop for questions as well. But wanted to make sure you get a chance to hear from some of the other pods as well. So let me turn it over to Marina first. Marina is our community pod leader. She's fantastic. We have Nomadic from Protocol Dev. I'll invite Bounty Operations, Governance, and GovOps up as well, just to chat a little bit and make sure they get to touch on anything they want. And then we'll talk some app stuff. Marina, why don't you kick off?
Hello, hello. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, hear you fine.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. So great to see you here today on this big special community call for us. I'll just give you a little quick update on what we're doing with community and the plans we have for season 4, which we are super excited for, and hopefully you will be excited with the DAO as well. So we're planning a lot of things for community for season 4. Everything from improving onboarding flows to enhancing our knowledge sharing to showcasing our best analysts and your great work that you all are doing, and to supporting you the best we can that our awesome moderators like Sandesh have already been doing. So that's the TLDR on what we're planning for community. Anything else, GJ, you want me to showcase? Any questions? Anything else I can chime in on?
Yeah, let's talk a tiny bit about the work that Community Pod's been doing for season 4.
All right. So we have a really, really great moderator, Sandesh, who has been there for your support needs with all of us chiming in. He'll be here with us next season, so we're super excited. And let's see, what else?
Pillars. Let's talk really quick. I want to make sure everybody's got time, but the pillars that we're talking about as we've been doing some decentralized goal setting.
Yes, so we've been thinking and talking to y'all and reflecting on how we can do even better for our community and for all of us to grow together and become better analysts in this community. And we're going to be focusing in season 4 on 4 pillars. So fittingly, there's a 4 and 4, which I didn't realize until now. But we'll be focusing on the onboarding process, which our team is going to hopefully really, really nail down for y'all for anyone who joins the DAO, for anyone who finds us, for all of you who are here to always find your way around and have kind of a vision and a path where you can grow with us, and the cool things that will help enable you to do and what you can achieve. The second pillar we'll be focusing on is knowledge sharing. So there's awesome education, free opportunities for that already at MetricsDAO, and we'll be building on that and also really interacting with you all to develop a range of skills, to talk to you about what topical things we can grow and develop on, to kind of really have a live and dynamic and interactive knowledge sharing hub here at MetricsDAO. And the third pillar we'll be focusing on will be showcasing. So this has been a lot of requests. There have been a lot of requests coming in from all of you, and this is something that's on our mind as well. How as a DAO we can better showcase and demonstrate and emphasize all the awesome work all of you are doing. And if you hear any rustling, there's my cat in the background trying to enter the picture. But I'll go on to talk about the fourth pillar as well, which is the support pillar, which I just mentioned. We'll have our awesome moderators, and will really help you'll have all of your questions answered, and we'll hopefully work on kind of improvements and enhancements around that. And we're really excited from my end, on behalf of our community crew. We're really excited, and we're also going to see if our governance process as a DAO will support us in making us a community pod. So we'll be really, really focused, hopefully as a community pod in the DAO or community team, on doing a lot of cool things with all of you. And I see there's 66 of you all here now, which I'm super excited that you all joined.
thank you, Marina. You'll be hearing more from both of us because we talk a lot on community calls, and we have one of these a week. So we're really excited to continue in season 4. Let me kick it over to Aaron and then Nomadic, and then I'll call another couple people up, and we'll talk about app and what it means for how you interact with the program, how we organize ourselves, and ultimately sort of where we're going with our governance and decentralization roadmap in season 4. So Aaron and then Nomadic.
Thanks, GJ. Yeah, I just want to give everyone a huge shout out. Over the past season, it's been incredible to see the increase in not only the challenges that have been coming through MetricsDAO with the wonderful support of what we call the Bounty Bunch here, the group of contributors that are shipping the bounty so our analysts are able to do them, but the amount of analysts that have been coming in MetricsDAO, becoming actively not only engaging in our bounty program, but our educational offerings, and also everyone joining in on the community for greater discussions about the space and analysis as a whole. So I want to give a huge shout out there. As you guys all have seen and GJ has brought up, we've seen massive growth of the challenges coming through MetricsDAO. We're expecting that to stay stable and continue to grow through season 4 as well and beyond. What's great and exciting, as GJ's mentioned several times now, is the app. We'll start the transition here in the next couple of weeks of running some challenges through the app to give everyone some opportunities to play it out, see how it feels. And then we'll slowly scale and work to get everything that you guys have been doing through the current bounty operations programs, those notions, commissions, and move that all into the new app, which GJ will be touching on with the team a little bit here. So we're excited about that. Be on the lookout for that. Make sure you're learning how to use it as much as possible. And if you do have questions, I'm also around as well as the Bounty Bunch to kind of fill any of the gaps that you may have while playing around in that app as well. So please feel free to hit us up, not only the other individuals in the chat as well. With that, GJ, is there anything else that you would like me to touch on you think would be valuable as we prepare for season 4?
Yeah, great question. Since Vida's not here, why don't you talk a tiny bit about education and some of the data partnership stuff that we've been jamming on as well?
Totally. So over season 3, we've done a lot of wonderful things around education, and a lot of that has been driven by the community needs. We've upscaled the offerings of our one-on-one analytics course to ensure that we're onboarding, not only the current analysts in the space, but the DAO, but new analysts to the DAO to help and support the community's growth. With that, we've even started to launch what we call a 201, which is a step up from that one-on-one course to continue to upskill the current community so you all are able to, go out there and do greater analytics and support the larger ecosystem of blockchain and crypto as a whole. With that, we are now working with some data providers. We'll be running product demos and workshops with them to, one, get everyone up to speed on what their offerings are, what they have, how to use their products, what data they may have available, so you all can dive deeper into analysis across different platforms. And then we'll do workshops which will give you some hands-on experience into their tooling so you can figure out exactly how to use it with some experts in the room. With all of this, MetricsDAO is platform and data agnostic. This will give every analyst an opportunity to figure out what platforms are the best for them, what tools do they like to use the best, as well as where's the data to get so they can answer the questions based off the challenges that are being pushed out. So we'll be looking to kick those off here in the next couple of weeks with a series of them and then expand them throughout the year. Ideally, we'll continue these going through a process as we onboard more data providers and then recycle those events. As we know, with community will continue to grow. So as new members come in, we'll make sure that those events get recycled. As well as that all events will be recorded. So we'll have a library on YouTube that everyone can go and tap. So if you have new members that are joining in and they want to get up to speed a little bit faster instead of waiting for a live event, we'll be able to, refer them to our library of YouTube videos across, product demos and workshops, which anyone will be able to access.
Awesome, Aaron. Thanks for covering education, bounty ops. We've done community. Now let's talk about main event. Nomadic, you want to chat a tiny bit about the work the team's been putting in, and then we'll jam on where it's going?
Yeah. So hey, everyone. So yeah, as GJ mentioned, we're going to be opening up beta access to the MetricsDAO protocol later today. A huge shout out to the team. Probably too many people to list off the top of my head because it's 9:15 a.m., but it's not as many people as it seems to be, and the work has been incredible, and the app is in an amazing place. And so that means you'll be able to use it. You'll be able to use the app and the Polygon-based primitive to submit dashboards for challenges and claim your payments. If you're a reviewer, you'll be able to review, you'll be able to create challenges and organize challenges and all of that through this tooling we built on Polygon. And this is just the beginning. Like, we're expanding the beta today. So we need your help finding bugs so we can fix them. We have a roadmap of new features to build that we'll be rolling out over the next couple months. And yeah, take a look and let us know what you think. We're really excited to start getting your feedback on this.
Just to talk a tiny bit from the bounty operations side, new app should unlock more progress on reviews and more progress on payments. Specifically, the ability to claim a payment as soon as review has been completed is something that we're really, really excited about, and the ability to get more reviewers involved. So we have instituted the community review channel and the DAOing in public channel in season 4. Those are among our most popular channels by traffic. DAOing in public in particular is top 5. People like to talk about process. They like to talk about what's going on, sometimes stuff that's not working. So please continue to use that. Tell us what you like about the app, what features you'd like to see, any points of friction that you have. And we'll get channels and processes set up where you can say if something isn't working, you can take it directly to us and we'll see it, we'll triage it, we'll work through it. I want to just say really quickly, like, product and protocol development for a DAO. Before this, spent several years as a product manager. It's wild to do a lot of this work with people that you've never met in person, and, you know, to have no barrier between the product team and users, or very little barrier. That's incredible. It's also really challenging. Just, you know, waking up and just seeing a flood of comments overnight come in. It's simultaneously inspirational and terrifying. So I've never been in an environment like this. I don't think there are a lot of environments like this where we can be so directly plugged in with all of you. And we're going to do our absolute best to take advantage of that as a DAO, as a set of contributor pods and teams. So journey with us. And that starts today. Ed, can we talk a tiny bit about timeline, what people are going to be able to do today? And then Aaron will tap you for what they have on the challenges side.
Yeah, so I'll probably rely on Aaron for some more specifics here, but we are opening up the ability for people to submit dashboards against challenges. And so the plan is that the Bounty Bunch will create a few different challenges that'll be up, and anyone here, anyone in the world should be able to go in and submit their dashboards as a solution to that challenge. And like, over time, those will be reviewed by the network of reviewers, and then the submitters will be graded based on their submissions relative to each other, and then payments will be calculated based on the scores they receive.
Aaron, anything you want to go ahead, hit it.
Yeah, for the we'll be shipping one challenge today. So be on the lookout for that. We'll make an announcement. This will be a test challenge, so please, this will not be your typical challenge where you're going to be earning a significant amount of money if you do win. We're looking right now with this first challenge to test the applicability of the app. So it'll be more of an open analytics where people can submit their submissions to ensure everything is going smoothly. And yes, we'll be rewarding individuals. We'll also be shipping another one tomorrow if everything goes well. That one will be more of a typical analytical question, less open analytics, the more defined scope of work that we'll be asking you all to do. Very typical of what we do in our traditional bounty program as well. And then moving forward, we'll scale up as we see submissions come in and understanding how everyone's using it. Has it been easy for everyone to use and submit? Is the process smooth from end to end? And then we'll slowly scale up from there. So expect more of an update probably on a week-to-week basis. You'll see those in the announcement channels. But this week, expect at least 2 challenges to go live. One today, we'll make an announcement. And if everything goes well, we'll have another one go live tomorrow so people can get in the app, test, and submit.
Just to hit up a question, a troll who shall not be named asks Hunt, which has a long history behind it. I will say one of the things we did in season 3 was a much easier campaign, a campaign around an easy question to use near social, explore the widgets. The same troll may have actually made a widget, which we appreciate and which the Near Foundation appreciated as well. But we are, with the launch of the app, free to explore things that we haven't done before. So you can create marketplaces that have permissions based on badges. In other words, do something really cool, like go to a senior reviewer training session or complete a 201 course. You can get a badge for that, and then you can claim activities that are only accessible to people who have, gone down that path, which is really, really cool because it lets us reward any behavior that the DAO chooses. We can set up reviewer networks based on skill, on experience, on duration, on past reviews. We can set up networks of experts, SQL experts, Solana experts, Near experts. So we're incredibly excited for that. Over the horizon, this is a permissionless protocol. People will be able to create their own networks. Today, it'll be my great pleasure to create a role for someone who established their own reviewer network. There's a handful of them. They're elite bounty hunters and analysts. They said, hey, can we create our own network? And they did, and they've badged them, so I'm going to get them set up, and we'll send some reviews their way. We're really excited about that.
Love that. Yeah.
Aaron, what's up?
Yeah, I love that. I just want to, step in here real quick and encourage this group. If you do want to build networks, me and GJ are around. We're more than willing to support. Networks do not just need to be created by MetricsDAO. Networks can be created by anybody. So please feel free to create networks. There'll be networks of organizations bringing challenges and having their own marketplaces. We expect networks of analysts that create marketplaces to service challenges. As GJ mentioned, there'll be networks of reviewers that will be handling reviews for certain marketplaces. So yeah, if you have a group of analysts out there that you're already working on projects, or if you're part of a review team that's supporting each other and you're trying to figure out how to create a network either by badging or just how to even think about it structurally, I'm around to support, and I'm throwing GJ out there as well because he's already helping some people. So please feel free to hit us up. We definitely want to support networks being created in this ecosystem. That's why this app is, what will make this app successful. It's what will make Metrics successful in general.
Yeah, right on. Just double click in. If you create a network and you let us know about it, then we'll do stuff with it. We'll send some challenges. We'll send a little bit of money through it. We'll see how it performs. If it performs well, we'll keep doing that. If you create a reviewer network and it turns out that that reviewer network is solid, you'll get to review more. Same with a group of people who all want to tackle challenges together. Multiplayer is super difficult to do from a product perspective, but we love when people work together on stuff. We're thinking about some creative ways across the board to reward people who do work that other people find valuable, including if you write queries that other people use. So there's a lot going on there. The bottom line is trybadger.com if you want to create your own badge network. And then if you've just got a group of people that you want to be able to do stuff, let us know. We'll engage with it. We'll promote it. We'll do our best to really make it fly. Some examples of existing networks. The one that I'm setting up today on my side is people that I've met in the past 2 years or so that are at the very top of the game, the Purple Network. A bunch of you already have badges if you're in the Purple Crew. The rest of you will get them today. This will be I really need someone to review last minute, and I need to absolutely trust them that it's going to be stellar. So that's a network based on personal experience. I'm also looking at setting up a network based on quality, people who have a certain threshold of skill that they've demonstrated over time. That's another way that you can slice and dice. The reviewer network that I mentioned as well, that somebody else set up, let me make sure I get this name right, the Eager Beavers. So you'll see the beaver emoji, the beaver icon. These are also top bounty hunters who self-organized and said, hey, we would love to review based on academic principles. We've got our own, rubric set of standards. We're going to dive deep and do a really good job. So we're going to try that as well. Aaron just dropped a couple others. We've got Spire, the Solana Analytics crew. That's awesome. And then we're working with a number of data providers. MetricsDAO, just a reminder, data agnostic. You can use any data source you want as long as it answers the challenge. So we're reaching out to data providers directly to get them involved. We've had a ton of interest on that, more than we can keep up with, frankly. And so not hard to envision networks that build around specific data experts or people who are particularly proficient in a data ecosystem and can help everybody else with that, answer questions, end up getting compensated for that. So we're looking hard at these, sub networks of specialized expertise. The view is that if all of these work together, while also specializing, that's going to unlock possibilities for collaboration that frankly are way beyond what anybody else in the space is doing. Ooh, we've got a new network. I'm going to open this up on Twitter. I want to make sure we leave time. We've only got 4 minutes to talk a tiny bit about season 4. So we'll just go in reverse order here. In 45 seconds or less, Nomadic, and then Aaron, then Marina, then me, about what the various pods are doing for S4.
I think I was up first. Yeah, we are going to be collecting all your feedback as you use the app. So please do. We'll share all the forums. We'll make sure those are public where we're collecting it. And fixing bugs, we have a roadmap of new features coming soon. We'd love to hear new feature ideas from you that we can weigh against the ones we have on our roadmap. And we'll be making the app experience even better. I'll pass it on.
I believe I was next. Yeah, as you all know, the Bounty Ops team, otherwise we call them the Bounty Bunch, will continue to ship challenges to the analysts in the community. We'll do that right now through the manual process. That's typical and as we scale up through the app, and then the team will be focusing on making sure everything is going through the app as quick as possible, so everyone will be using and submitting and reviewing there. On top of that, we'll be helping groups create networks to support the larger ecosystem as it exists, and ensuring that the app and the functionality of Metric as a whole moving forward is working correctly. And then for education, since Vita is not able to join us, we'll be focusing on launching those data partner product demos and workshops so everyone can get up to speed on what's available, so they can go out and do the analysis, and then ensuring that we're upscaling the community based off requests that are coming in from all of you. So continue to be active in those education channels. The feedback that you all provide is incredibly valuable for us. We want to know what you're all looking for so we can continue to support your growth as analysts.
Marina, you want to hit it from the community side, and then I'll close us out.
Yeah, from the community side, we're really excited to see how you use the app, and there's going to be 2 directions that we're going to be helping you and be involved. One is we're going to troubleshoot on the ground and help you figure out whichever questions you have, and if we need to connect you with some of the team, we'll try our best to do that and get the beta phase questions all answered and figured out. And the second direction will be we'll be listening to y'all's feedback and helping pass that along to the product team. If you have any inputs, anything you kind of experience when you're using the app, will really help to convey that to product and make sure you're all heard.
And lastly, for me, just to chat a little bit about where we're going from a governance perspective, the path to decentralization. First of all, we're excited what the tech is going to enable on that. When anyone can engage directly with, the core heartbeat with the technology, that's a critical piece that unlocks our ability to continue to decentralize. We're really excited about that. There's also the governance, the processes, and the norms and the culture that grow up around that technology. So in season 4, we're going to continue to lean into at the pod level, ensuring that pod leaders and contributors have as much support and resource and ability to shape the destiny of the DAO together, all of us working together as possible. We will continue to lean into discourse. There's a post on an individual contributor applying. We really think, as we go forward, I see some questions about, is there a spot on the Bounty Bunch? Is there a spot on this or that? If you want to get involved, we're hoping to support the ability for contributors to put up a proposal, get a temperature check on it, and ultimately go right to the DAO and say, hey, I can do this, or my network can do this. We seek this amount of support or this role or this set of privileges and responsibilities, and have the DAO vote on that. That's much better than some smaller group of people saying yes or no. That's what we're moving toward. There's a lot that needs to happen to make that work. We need to do it a few times and see what happens, gain some feedback on it. But ultimately having contributors, band together and apply and put it before the DAO by a discourse and ultimately by a vote that's the path forward. Before that, end of season 3, we'll have an off season next week. Things will be a little bit quieter, but challenges will continue to run. Community Pod will still be here to support. And then season 4 launching April 3rd. We'll have a lot more about what goes into season 4, continuing along the path of decentralization, working with Community Pod, with Education Pod, governance ops, bounty operations, to continue just scaling up. As I said, we increased the revenue in the past few months 600%. Number of challenges is way up. Number of Discord members is up. Number of Xmetric holders is more than doubled. So explosive growth, continuing to scale our processes so that those new folks can get more involved, can find a voice, and can continue to make suggestions and refinements to the app, to the protocol, to the DAO. That's the space that we're trying to create in the next season. Yeah, Rob, Network of Networks is the TLDR for that. Networks that organize, that vote, that do work, that get paid, that propose improvements, that run the DAO, that help each other, support each other to become Web3 professionals, data professionals, analytics pros. Metrics minds is the term that Community Pod throws around. So we are over time. To all 70 of us, thank you for season 3. We appreciate you, Metrics Minds. We are incredibly excited to see you in season 4. Keep the growth going. Hammer that app. So let us know what you like, what you don't. Please use it. Share it with your friends. Follow us on Twitter if you're not already. Tweet about the cool stuff that you're doing if you're not already. We will support you. We will amplify you. We are here to make that happen. So thanks once again, everybody, for an awesome season 3. We'll hang out over the next 10 days, and then we'll see you early in April for season 4.
Thanks, GJ.
Thanks, GJ. Thanks, Marina.
Thanks, everyone. See you soon.